Looks like to me these two statues. Statue on the right is the Statue of Liberty, and this depiction of this dude on in this crater. Both of these pictures are in the Ballotine crater, and their legs look abnormal. Maybe in both pictures, they both look like their upper torso is much bigger or taller than their legs. They look like they have short, underdeveloped legs. And I'm looking at the knees of the statue, where the statue is bends at with the knee. I'm like, damn, what? The knees is like what, a foot or 2 feet? A foot and a half off the ground or something. Very short, and you don't have any. They're not depicting any type of development in the legs. Maybe it's the gravity on Mercury. I don't know.
Kind of reminds me of I think it is when I think of the planets: Mercury, Mars, and our moon.
It's remarkable, people, that the photographs of Mercury. Here, I just, you just see all the. I have to record this separately from what you see on the screen, but what I have is remarkable because it's like, it's like, man, the pictures, it's so. I call this the real Wakanda. Because my original, about a year ago, maybe about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I had an epiphany. The reason, and I shared it on Facebook, and people reacted to it. Somebody close to me reacted to it, like, yeah, it might be, thumbs up or something like that. That I said that, after I watched the Black Panther, I began to think maybe the UFOs that are coming to Earth are actually black people on those UFOs. And that's why they aren't saying anything about it. And that crossed my mind, and I was like, because it's only usually when America, the white European, the white man in America, the Earth, usually when they don't say something, usually when they're covering something up, is because it empowers others. It's the truth. They cover up. They try to tell lies to cover things up. And I thought about, man, maybe they black, because I was watching Black Panther. They flew around, you flew around a UFO-looking spaceship, and the city of Wakanda was all black and technologically advanced. And they were, isolated, separated from the rest of the world, protected from the rest of the world. You couldn't find them. And it just occurred to me that the only time this country, the establishment, the white establishment, the Illuminati, whoever they are, whatever you want to call them, the only time they hide stuff and don't tell you what's going on is when they can feel like they can lose power. And they can empower somebody else. And they've been lying all the time. They've been holding things back from black folks forever. And then plus I was coming across, I come across what I heard people say about Mars and Egypt, and you had the connection. Other UFO researchers, like the real Jimmy Roberts, he connected Mars and Egypt in a podcast. What he had heard 1,000 years earlier.
Europeans
And I'm like, wow.
put together very sinister, diabolical.
And then I seen the connection. Then I started watching, looking at Egypt, looking at the pyramids, the Sphinx, the obelisk, and just the hieroglyphics and the connection between well, the Sumerians. Okay, and another person woke me up to this. As you look at Mercury, the pictures of Mercury right now, the amazing pictures of Mercury. As I looked, as I
Pope Gregory, the Catholic
trying to see where can as I watched all the documentaries I could, caught William J. Corso.
European Christian countries take over
to talk to us during the 40s and the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s. I mean, he's his total career. He died in like 97. He wrote a book about this stuff. And I looked at this documentary they had of him that was filmed in 96. And he said the secret, and he had experiences with these UFOs. He told the whole story, everything they covered up, even with Roswell, going back to 1947. And that Reagan had told him, man, you know a lot of secrets. So, he was well known. He was very in the middle of the Majestic 12 and all that stuff. Shit is real. So he said something that really fucked me up. He said, they was asking about what do they want. Now he didn't say they were black. He still gave this Zeta Reticuli looking, long, skinny, no sex organs and all this stuff, slanty eyes, bald head, Zeta Reticuli looking. The one looked like they flying up. They flew up to the Apollo 16 craft in the picture I got at Myers Trisham, Mercury. And ain't no really Christian moon. And he said, I'll see that later. It's with the Sumerians. He said, because the Sumerians disappeared. He said, whatever, if you can find out where the Sumerians might be with the Sumerians and what they want. He was trying to connect the Anunnaki. He was talking about the Anunnaki and these UFOs. They are the UFOs. They are the people that's flying. They flew here and started life.
The days of the Sumerians, they call them EGs. They say they were ferry drivers, is what they are. The real ones up there, the motherships. Now, no one's ever explored the Sumerian. Sitkin wrote this. Nobody's ever explored the Sumerian civilization. I think the key is there. They disappeared after a while. I think the Sumerians maybe were the mothership. And they tried to wipe out the human race, in those days. But anyway, you got to go back in history and see the Sumerians, what they say. And they called them EGs, I-G-I-G-I-S.
You think they were manufactured for space travel or time travel or something?
Well, I think they were manufactured as servants.
What Corso was saying is that he said exactly what he said. You wonder what happened to the Sumerians. That's the key is with them, because the idea is the Anunnaki is what he's talking about, the people on the mothership. The little people he's talking about, the androids, those are the Zeta Reticuli looking high androids, robots, servants. Those are the little that fly, UFO stuff, some of the UFOs. But the real people are in the mothership. They created life. The Anunnaki created life here on Earth. And the Sumerians were known as the black-headed people. And Samaria was where present-day Iraq and Saudi Arabia is. Mesopotamia and Samaria. So, and in Africa. So that's where life started. And the Anunnaki were responsible for creating life in the solar system. That's why the black-headed people, the Sumerians, are on the moon. And y'all on Mars, on Mercury. That's why you see the similar culture, the similar look. They're paying respect to the Anunnaki in their building of structures that looks like black kings and black people. The Anunnaki. So that's what he's talking about, and that makes sense. as well, there is no there was no evolution. There was no Adam and Eve created of clay, and that's a bunch. That's the fictional Christianity. That's the Jewish version of things. The real truth is we were first, and the Anunnaki created the life and seeded life on all these planets in the solar system. That's why I say the black man's true religion is the Nation of Islam, because the most honorable Elijah Muhammad really started this conversation 80 years ago in the 1940s. So yes, actually 100 years ago, because he said he got it from Farad Muhammad. Farad Muhammad was the messenger, and Farad Muhammad was Middle Eastern. He was Middle Eastern. So
question, our ancestors are the original people on the planet, but when you go to ancient Africa, they tell you they come from the stars. Now the humans didn't evolve from this planet. They came from outside of the planet. Because they say, and even Islam says, God is in where? In heaven. So heaven and earth are two different places.
Different things,
So life started in heaven, and then came to the planet.
But that's what I'm trying. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Even however back we go.
But this heaven is not what you think it is, as in the Bible and that, because you're dealing with extraterrestrial beings that evolve from different, like origins, different planets, different galaxies. And this is where people that are limited by religion, they would not try and go to. But yet in the Bible, in the Quran, it talks about these people and these other places, like Orion, like you said. It's in the. It's actually in the Quran.
I mean,
well.
it's a never-ending like
Ilion. Ilion. Have you heard of Ilion?
No, what's Ilion?
Ilion is in the Quran, and that's the place where our master teacher comes from, which is a complete different galaxy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless you start to study galaxies,
it's a whole different.
It widens your mind out, because you start to look at, okay, what is Ilion? What is Pleiades? What is Taurus? What you know, all these other things. What is Orion? And then you start to go, oh, this is what the Quran's calling the many heavens. To answer your question, our ancestors.
Folks, we looking at Mercury. You know, after we talked about Philip J. Corso, it's a lot of serious things going on. You know, disclosure feels like this might finally break through. Mercury, surprises that Mercury exposed to them. You know, Mercury is relatively new to them right now. Yeah, like you see here, this Mount Rushmore type building, you know, structures on Mercury here. I mean, it's really impressive. Mercury is remarkable. 88 days. It's an 88-day year. It orbits around the sun in 88 Earth days. That's a year. But a day is twice as long. It turns on its axis in 173 days, something like that. Twice as long. Yeah. Very impressive. You know, we find Anunnaki life. So hearing Philip Corso, understanding he's talking about the Sumerian, this is where it really, the truth, it breaks through. This is why Mercury has all black people on it. And the structures they build pay homage to black people, Anunnaki, black gods, the Anunnaki. Like that big gigantic head right there. Yeah, that is something else. And they use 0-point energy. That's why it lights up like that. You know, 0-point energy, somehow they got it coming from the ground up, where it lights up night and day. And these photographs of the whole planet come from the lunar. No, it comes from NASA. It comes from NASA, the Messenger orbiter. Yeah, it is really impressive, man. Mercury has a core that's almost completely. It's a small planet. It's about smaller than the moon. It's smaller than our moon, but it has a core. Like we have a core that turns it, but it has a bigger core. It has a core. It's like mainly just a hard core. You know what I'm saying? And just enough surface. And it has a strange orbit around the moon, around the sun, and the temperature swings from 850 degrees in the daytime to 250 degrees below zero at night. You know, it's just as hot. Hey, look at that head there. It's just as hot. Look at that scene there. It's just as hot. Wow, that's impressive. It's just as hot as what? The Sahara Desert? Wow, even hotter than that. Colder than Antarctica at night? That's extreme weather temperature variation. You know, no one would have ever thought they had life. Look at the planet, man. And this is how I would find life. I would find structures, I find life. That's life. Sometimes you'll see the inhabitants of the planet. And the thing that is most amazing is that we see that life is they look like us. You know, there's no lizard people, you know what I'm saying, or cow people, you know. This is really proof that life exists everywhere in the universe. Everywhere. Yeah. Look at this here. This is some of the best pictures. You know, it's just impressive to look at another planet. Dark, yeah, you see. You really look, oh wow, you really look down. And Mercury is very good, very good. Look at this, man. Look at the structure. You see structures all over, man. You see the architectural design everywhere. Everywhere. Now this one, see here. Wow, yeah.
How this is, how this actually, you know, what's the proportion, size to the picture, what.
It's from the messenger orbiter.
It's actually people dancing on this scene.
Wow, getting close, you see a lot of amazing stuff. Life, man, it's crazy how good this looks.
This guy
might be a UFO there. Might be a flying machine there.
He's just like one of us. He's this short.
Yeah, man.
Weird looking things like that.
When you look at these pictures, you want to take your time. I'm just giving you a brief summary of what it is, what it looks like. What you can do, you can slow it down when you watch the video, pause it, save the picture, and zoom in and look at it like you want to look at it. Like this alien here, this craft, this machine, this whatever it is, and who's in it, you know. This guy looks weird. And then the brother, man, like he's hitting some cymbals or he's doing some dancing or whatever. Well, yeah, it's something else, man. You know, everything there, that machine there looks like something from the movie The Time Machine. Yeah. He told me what it was, and that was it. You know, like me, I asked him that many times.
To visit these places, just make arrangements with our black brothers and sisters on that planet, and just create, you know, just explore. Let us know you. You know, their machines, their flying machines, get here instantaneously.
Wow. Yeah, Ballantine Crater. This is from the Ballantine Crater. You see like snow on the ground because it must be in high elevation.
The ones that Earth has seas that have an area that you want to try to reverse engineer.
Yeah.
He's about as nice, hopefully successful as that, because on these planets they have the materials to create this type of fuel and, you know, this mechanism, you know, machinery or this zero-point engineer or scope.
Dude, oh wow, this is the best one. Oh wow, look at that.
Matter of fact, Mercury has
that a UFO or something, a building or what?
You can mine Mercury.
Man, it's amazing.
You can mine for diamonds forever because it has a low surface. It is diamond. You can mine, you can create. Yeah, it's diamond.
Wow, it's crazy, man.
Heavy element.
All the structures I see.
Diamond.
You know, places where they probably live. And just all types of machinery-looking things and crafts, vehicles, spaceships. You know, things like that.
Hopefully successful at that, because on these planets they have the materials to create this type of
What is that? Oh man, that's impressive. Everything is amazing in the photographs I see. Everything. I mean everything. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you learned something. Hope you piqued your interest. Hope you're a believer now that, you know, life exists outside of planet Earth. So many people, you know, I can't really relate to people that think closed-minded and it's into their religion, and their religion could shape their thoughts and their mindset. They're completely brainwashed by their religion. You know, I can't deal with people like that. I really don't. I don't want to have nothing to do with people like that, man, because life is so abundant and so much to learn, so many things you can do. Religion has no place in this. You know, your religion has no place in astronomy or science. Keep that where you go to your synagogue, your churches, your mosque. Keep that there. You know, not unless your church or mosque is talking about this here. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad talked about this here. That's how plugged in we were. Ballantine Crater. Now we see that picture. Now we see that statue on the wall here. The lady, the Statue of Liberty looking. You know, that's deep. And the other, a lot of other structures and things shaped a certain way, built and carved into the walls. And man, seriously deep. Seriously deep.
took it there. They didn't really do much manipulation of 2014, did it? Yeah. Some type of live. Oh wow, look at this here. Yeah, that's a good close up. That building, yeah, it's a bit of a face. It's a face. It look like horns, but it's a face. Oh man, it's crazy, man. You never seen anything like this on Earth. This way is so amazing. It gives you a depiction of life on Mercury in every way you look. Here, folks, this picture here, I mean, you know, it's amazing, you know, what we see here. You can tell what it is.
For the love of Chicago, it's the Bears on CBS Chicago. Spend your Sundays on CBS.
Structures there, yeah. Pictures of heads and stuff. I did see, oh wow. I see the head of a white person on one of these photographs. I'm gonna go look for that picture and post it separately because it's in one of these. And I want to actually get that picture, actually get that photograph of that head, that structure. Like on the planet, not in the crater. Yeah, you know, these are UFOs on the moon, man. These are incredible, you know, all of them, man. I'm just like, okay, enough is enough. But this is what we're dealing with. This is what's out there. You know, we're behind. You know, we might be, if we compared Mercury, Mars, and the moon, the technology they have, like look at the UFO here, man. This is what they're using. This is their ships off the moon. These are off the moon. You know, actually, you see the light from emitting from the ships. Yeah.
Second touchdown of the day. He hits the 100 TD career mark in this one. St. Louis also added it to 41-10.
Pretty way out, yeah. Here's the other one that I really like this. These are really clear UFOs. The one coming up here, up top up here. I'm going to zoom in on it in 1 second here. And all of these are good pictures of UFOs. Very good pictures of flying saucers. The one at the top is the one they were seeing quite a bit. The long arms. Yeah.
Washington Commanders and New York Giants is going to see James Daniels, 2 touchdown passes on the day. For that man, scary Terry McLaurin. That one from 18 yards out. Washington wins 27-22 and go to 7-2. Cowboys taking on the Falcons in Atlanta. Kirk Cousins is going to hit Ray McCloud in the end zone for the 11-yard touchdown pass. That was Kirk's third of the day. Falcons take care of business, get the job done, 27-21. Also in the NFC South over in Charlotte, Bryce Young going to hand off to Chuba Hubbard right up the middle. He's got right 2 tackles and get into the end zone. That's put Carolina on top, 23-22. Good enough for the win for Carolina. And here's the play here. It's called a spin, a throw. Yes. A spin from the ground. Missed. A spin from the
Imagine this. You see it? Imagine this. You're on the ground.